Hello. Hey, hi. This is weird because I actually do videos for myself, like a vlog, but I don't ever post them anywhere, so it's kind of nerve-wracking to know that this is probably going to show up somewhere online and that others will see it. It's scary. So forgive me if I'm awkward. That's actually exactly what I am. I'm awkward. Um, I'm Squisherific, also known as Maria in real life, in the universe. And yeah, I wanted to make a rambly vlog because that's what I do. I ramble. Anybody who pays any kind of attention to my blog on my Tumblr will be well aware of that. Sorry about that, by the way. You will see that this is, in person, I'm not any better. In fact, I'm quite a bit worse. So, yeah, again, sorry. If you even, just, it's a fair warning right now, basically. So, if you're planning on watching the rest of this, it's going to be long and it's going to be rambly and it's probably not going to make a lot of sense. And it's probably going to be things you've already heard before if you've read my blog. So this is the time to get out. Now, just turn it off. You're probably better off anyway. Um, okay, I wanted to talk about basically Gray and Juvia and what's going on right now between them because I feel like Mashima kind of he definitely left us hanging. But at the same time, you have to sit there and you think, why didn't he? I mean, he brought Gray into the vicinity of where everyone was, where Juvia was, and then just had him like he was out. He was in and he was out like in seconds or something. He defeated Tempesta and then he was gone without a backwards glance or even any kind of acknowledgement towards his friends who are lying on the floor passed out and that includes Juvia and Juvia just did so much for him and it's like like the girl back there, look behind you. Like, she wants to see you. It's Juvia. But no, because Mashima's like, you're going to have to wait for it. You're going to have to wait for it. And the thing is that he made her pass out and then, and be poisoned and then brought her back just to have her say, hey, where's Gray-sama? Was Gray-sama here? And yeah, he was, but then he's gone. And it's like, why? He basically he was like, forget logic. Logic is nothing here. We need her to be up and awake at this point. And then she's not again. And she's back to being, being carried away by, Gajeel. And it's like, I don't know. It's not that it's frustrating. It's just that it's, you're impatient. I'm impatient. I'm impatient. I don't want to claim that you are, but I definitely am. So yeah, it's kind of like, when are we gonna get to that? I want to get to that. I think that they will get to it. It's just that it's probably not gonna be until December, January at the earliest because there's just too much going on. It doesn't make any sense for it to happen before then at this point. I don't know what he's gonna do with Juvia. Everybody's gone back to the guild for the Lumen Histoire thing. People who are worried that they're gonna forget everything, including everything that's going on that went on with Silver, that doesn't make any sense. So don't worry, because why? The big reason, in my opinion, that Mashima had Juvia get involved with this whole Silver thing was because one of the major things that Juvia and Gray's relationship is missing is Juvia having some kind of connection to Gray's past. She was not involved in the Galuna Island arc because she wasn't there. So she needs some connection, and this is a huge connection because this is Gray's dad, and she's the only one who has this connection now. Nobody knows that it was Gray's dad. She's the only one. Mashima was very careful about making sure that she was the only one because even though Gajeel and Natsu obviously recognized that she, that he was somebody who had the same smell as Gray, that they don't know that he was his dad. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what Gray went through. Nobody knows what he just lost, who he just lost. Um, and it's just Juvia. Juvia is the only one connected to this, and it's very important that she be connected. It's very important that she knows this stuff So Mashima is not gonna make it so that all of a sudden she forgets any of this. That would be ridiculous. It would be like, going backwards on the development that they just had in this arc. It makes no sense, and it's certainly not if you're being selective about it. Like, imagine everybody else remembers everything, but Juvia's just, somebody's gonna ask that she forget, or that she's the only one who conveniently forgets. No, it's not gonna happen. So don't worry about it. We're not gonna that He's not gonna pull something like that. He's not even Mashima's not that much of a troll. And watch it happen now that I said that, which would be evil. But no, I feel like that she's definitely gonna talk to him about it, and we're gonna get something good. But we're not gonna get canon. We're not gonna get a kiss. We're not gonna get I don't know. We're not. It's just not going to be probably as romantic as we would all want it to be. It's probably gonna be something like it's gonna be resolved to some degree. And then they either two things will happen. Either they will drag it out for some reason, whether Juvie is still kind of feeling bad about it, or or everything is gonna go for the most part back to normal. Like a lot of people, I would really love it if they did some kind of like side chapter or even chapter within the story, which would be amazing, where Gray travels with Juvia back to his hometown, and like they go to the grave. I mean, but he doesn't even know it's there. That's the thing. He doesn't know that marker is there where, with his mom's name on it and his crossed out. So you have to find a reason why Gray would want to go back. Um, but I mean, he could just want to go back because it's his dad, and he thought about it, and he wanted to just revisit for the sake of memories, and to kind of put everything behind him. And it would be, Juvia would be the only person that could go with him if he wanted somebody to go with him, because she's the only one who knows. So, yeah, and the fact that nobody asked Juvia, why are you so sad? And what was all that stuff you were talking about, crying out, like, I'm so. Oh, but was she saying it out loud? She was probably just saying it in her head. So nobody knows. Nobody knows what was going on there. But Keith was certainly talking to her, wasn't he? He was the one saying, are you gonna break the ties between father and son, and are you gonna take him away and kill him and whatever? So I mean, but nobody knows. Nobody knows what was going on. So she's not able to talk to anybody. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She just wants to talk to Gray-sama. She wants to, like get, in my opinion, she wants to apologize, but also make sure he's okay. And if they want to get really angsty with it, in my opinion, she might think he hates her now. She might, or if she's trying to confess what she did, then she'll assume that he hates her and think that she did something unforgivable. And I want all that. I want her to be like basically as devastated as possible. Because I feel like then the reward to that would be huge, because Gray is not going to like tear her down even more. He's not, because she did good things. She doesn't realize she did good things, but she did good things. She set Silver Soul free is what she did. She granted his final wish, and she took a huge weight off. Sorry, my New York is showing. She took a huge weight off of Gray's shoulders, and that. I mean, that is something that is immense for what she. I mean, it was a big thing she did for him. It was a good thing she did. And I feel like Gray would see that, and Juvia doesn't see it right now, and she probably she can't see how it was for Gray's sake. And I hope, again, this is evil of me, but I hope that she does find out that Face is activating anyway, and what she did had no effect. The reason behind what she did was a failure. She failed to stop Face, so she basically killed Silver for nothing. Even though that's not true, because of course somebody was gonna have to kill Keith. Keith even said to her, if I'm gonna kill you and then use your corpse to kill your friends, and he had his little like cronies after Lucy, and so yeah, somebody was gonna kill Keith. Even if she didn't do it, somebody was gonna do it, and or had to do it. Somebody had to do it. But I feel like she wouldn't see it that way. I feel like she would see it like the whole purpose behind me killing, like killing Keith even though I knew it would take away Silver as well, was to stop the chairman and stop Face. And I failed, and so I did it for nothing. I hurt Gray for absolutely nothing. And she should be devastated. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully that, hopefully she finds out, and that it's not just swept under the rug, because that would be even more impactful, in my opinion. Remember the days when we were hoping, God, Juvia's all poisoned now. Grayson was gonna come. He's gonna see her. He's gonna try and help her, and he didn't even look behind him, and nothing. So I mean, in my opinion, the next time we see her, she's gonna be healed. She's gonna be healed. She's gonna be fine, and hopefully she'll take part in whatever is going on with the rest of the arc, because I would not want her to sit it out. Mashima, you woke her up and then you put her back under, and it's like, it's not cool. So that's another thing I don't like about this arc. Like, I was so like gung ho about Silver being Gray's dad, but then for a long time I was thinking then it's future Gray, which I didn't like at all. But I was like kind of resigned to that. But then it turned out to be Gray's dad again, and I was like, yes. But then he threw in Deliora. He threw Deliora into the mix, which again I didn't really like at all. Like, I was like, what is this? Doesn't make any sense at all. But then I thought about it that week leading up to the next chapter, and I'm like, I made sense out of it, and I was kind of like, I was liking it a lot. I'm like, Gray is finally going to be able to actually kill Deliora on his own, revenge his parents, revenge her, and get his dad back. Because I thought Deliora, obviously they said he had taken over his dad, and I felt like his dad was still present. That's why he had that mood swings going on, in my opinion. So I had made sense of it, and it was really good. Like, I thought this was great. This was actually, like, how messed up was that? Like, Deliora taking over his dad's corpse and using it for his own means, and I'm like, this is so messed up, but it's also so good. So that Gray would be able to accomplish what Ur couldn't, and but then no, and I thought Juvia was gonna somehow help him, maybe like help, like Keith is helping control this, and that she could like take Keith out, and then that would break some of the control and give Silver a chance to take over the body and help Gray defeat Deliora in that way. Like, I had a whole thing planned in my head. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. But then he took it away. He took it away. He brought in Gray's dad, threw in Deliora. I didn't like it. Then I liked it. Then he took it away, and so it's like it ruined my enjoyment of it being Gray's dad, because you gave me something that seemed cooler, and I was not happy with that. Like, I should have been just fine. Why couldn't you just leave it as Gray's dad? Why'd you have to throw in Deliora, trying to like distract us or confuse us? I don't like that. That pissed me off. So I wanted to just be happy that it was Gray's dad, because that's what I wanted. I wanted him to be Gray's dad, and I wanted him to ship to Gruvia, and I got all of that, So I should have been fine. I should have been so happy, and I wasn't, because he messed me around with that. I didn't like that. So